ज्ञाता ज्ञानम तथा ज्ञेयम द्रष्टा दर्शनदेशः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दसाम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। वेदोदधिं समन्मथ्य ज्ञानरात्रं समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणां गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। हम लोग योग वशिष्ठ निर्वाण प्रकरण उत्तरार्ध का 32वां सर्ग का विवेचना कर रहे हैं, जिसमें हम कल तक क्या देखें? साधुओं के समागम और सत्शास्त्रों का विचार करने वाले पुरुष को मोक्ष अवश्य ही होता है, इसीलिए मोक्ष स्वाधीन है, इसका युक्तिपूर्वक कथन है। मुक्ति किसको कहते हैं? मोक्ष, मुक्ति, निर्वाण, कैवल्य इत्यादि नाम से हम सब बोलते हैं। हम कहीं बंधे हुए हैं जिससे हमको मुक्ति चाहिए। बंधे किस में है? हम किसी भी हालत में ये शरीर को मैं करके मान लिए हैं। शरीर तो मुर्दा है। शरीर एक, इससे जब प्राण चला जाता है, आदमी को हम कहते हैं मर गया करके, तो शरीर कैसा होता है? शरीर तो शरीर वही शरीर रहता है, तो कैसे रहेगा? शरीर मुर्दा कहते हैं उसको, जिसको आग में जलाते हैं या किसी में मिट्टी में गाड़ देते हैं, पानी में बहा देते हैं, जो किसी काम का नहीं है, तो वही शरीर में तो हम रह रहे हैं। ये शरीर काम करता है कैसे? यही शरीर जब मर जाता है कुछ नहीं करता है, कैसे? इसको विचार करना चाहिए या नहीं? तो इस शरीर में कोई है जो इस शरीर को चलाता है, उस कौन है? उसको समझना चाहिए, ढूंढना चाहिए। इसी को कहते हैं आत्मान्वेषण, सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन, इसी को कहते हैं। शरीर में जैसे हम मान लो एक खिलौना बना करके, मान लो एक कार बना दिया। कार को बच्चों के पास हम देते हैं, उसमें एक सेल लगा दो, बैटरी लगा करके उसको रिमोट में जैसे चलाओगे वैसा चलेगा वो। तो ऐसे ही ये शरीर में, शरीर एक खिलौना मान लो, एक कोई रोबोट मान लो, ये कंप्यूटर मान लो या कोई मशीन मान लो, शरीर को अलग अलग दृष्टिकोण से सब अलग अलग लोग देखे हैं। गुरुजी उधर लाइट जल रहा है। अलग अलग दृष्टिकोण से अलग अलग दृष्टा लोग देखे हैं, इसको अलग अलग रूप से बोलते हैं। कोई तो बोलता है एक खिलौना है, इसको जैसे खेलो, इसका अपना कुछ है नहीं, इसमें जैसे बच्चा चलाएगा वो खिलौना ऐसा चलेगा। कोई कहता है ये एक यंत्र है, यंत्र को जैसे चलाने वाला चलाएगा वैसे ही चलेगा। और ये जैसे कंप्यूटर है, वो हमारा दिमाग में एक कंप्यूटर, दिमाग से तो कंप्यूटर को बनाए। दिमाग में क्या है, वो जो चिप्स इसमें लगते हैं ना, हाँ वो है वही चीज़ जो हम सेटअप करते हैं या फीड करते हैं कंप्यूटर को। पहले उसमें जैसे सॉफ्टवेयर भरेंगे वो ऐसे ही काम करेगा। वही जो मैं आज सुबह कह रहा था, डस्टबिन है, और डस्टबिन में जो फेंकोगे वही तो मिलेगा। Our brain is just like a dustbin. Since our birth, whatever is given, fed to it, it acts accordingly. It is not anything other than or more than a dustbin. Whosoever comes near it, whatever he likes, he throws therein. This is how we have all our understanding, and whatever we have as knowledge. कहीं किताब में पढ़ लिए कुछ, कहीं कोई बोल दिया कुछ, स्कूल कॉलेज में हमको टीचर लोग सिखाए, घर में माँ बाप भाई बहन सिखाए, समाज में दोस्त लोग सिखाए, वो तो दूसरों से मिला ना, और जो मिला उसी के अनुसार हम काम करते हैं। और इसको, ये बैटरी कौन है? ऊर्जा। ऊर्जा हमारे शरीर में, प्राण को मान लो। प्राण अगर नहीं है तो शरीर कुछ नहीं कर सकता है, मुर्दा है। उसका प्राण चला गया, कहते ना, मर गया मतलब प्राण चला गया। ये प्राण कैसे चला जाता है, क्या करता है, इसके ऊपर सोचना चाहिए। ये शरीर के साथ हम जो बंधे गए हैं, मैं शरीर हूँ, यही है बंधन। इससे अलग होना मुक्ति है। हाँ, शरीर कांटा घुस गया शरीर में तो किसको दुख होता है, तकलीफ किसको होता है? जी गुरु जी। Pardon?
Dustbin is also private and public.
प्राइवेट एंड
Public.
पब्लिक, हाँ।
दो तरीके का डस्टबिन है।
अच्छा।
बाहर भी रखते हैं, अंदर भी रखते हैं ना, घर पे।
अच्छा अच्छा, इसको कौन सा कैटेगरी में लेंगे? He is asking whether this dustbin is public or it is private. Unanimous.
All-in-one dustbin.
क्या?
All-in-one dustbin.
ऑल इन वन मतलब
All in one बोल रहे हैं।
ऑन इन्वॉल्व्ड। हाँ, पब्लिक है, हम तो बंद नहीं कर सकते हैं किसी को। मान लो पब्लिक, प्राइवेट होता तो हम कुछ डालते इसमें। ये प्राइवेट नहीं है, पब्लिक डस्टबिन। रास्ता किनारे रखा है, जो कोई आया जो कुछ मर्जी डाल करके चल दिया। और ये डस्टबिन कैसा बनता है मालूम? कभी देखे हो? नज़र देखना चाहिए ढंग से। हम तो चलते हैं, हम किसी के ऊपर कहीं नज़र ढंग से नहीं डालते हैं। आज तुम ये गेट के सामने कुछ दो चार कुछ कचरा पट्टी डाल दो, देखना 2-4 दिन के बाद ही इतना हो जाएगा, सब वही डालेंगे। यही से ही ये डस्टबिन बनता है। परीक्षा करके देख लो, ऐसे ही डस्टबिन बनता है। रास्ता के किनारे तुम जा रहे हो ना, तुम्हारे जेब में कुछ है, टॉफी का कागज या और कुछ रफ कागज है, तुम कहाँ फेंकोगे? रास्ता के किनारे देखोगे, जहाँ 2-4 थोड़ा इकट्ठा हो रखा है वही फेंक दोगे। ये तो कॉमन साइकोलॉजी है। वहाँ फिर ढेर होता जाएगा, फिर कोई स्वीपर आएगा, उसको उठा कर ले करके बड़ा डस्टबिन में डालेगा। Wherever you see some 2-3 objects are accumulated on roadside, it is in India, not you will not see it elsewhere.
बाहर में तो संतरा का छिलका जेब में लिए घूमते चलते हैं स्वामी जी की कहाँ है जगह जो डालें।
जी
500 यूरो फाइन लगे।
जी, or else you will be fined. Here you can throw anywhere. You can pass stool anywhere. वो देखे हो कैसे वो कड़गोल आते हैं। कड़गोल किसको कहते हैं मालूम? कुछ झुंड के झुंड आते हैं यात्रा में। कौन? राजस्थानी लोग, राजस्थानी देहाती लोग। वो क्या करते हैं मालूम? औरतों को देखे ना, उसका वो तो पहना हुआ रहेगा घाघरा, वो रास्ता में वही ट्रेन बस उनका बड़ा भारी, उसमें 40-45 बैठ करके आए। He likes. Here there is no American rule, nor European rule, nor Japanese rule. Everybody is free. Anybody can throw anything anywhere. This is how we suggest others without asked. You are not asked, I have not asked you anything. You go on suggesting. Swamiji, if this is like this, it will be better. Lawyers and doctors and gurus who give advice, these three, they are freely available everywhere in this world. May not be, may be less in Japan. Japanese are concerned with their own activities, whatever is. They will not talk even. While walking, they will not talk. They will be working their own. But India is free. One is guru, other is advisor, your lawyer, and third is doctor. something is, oh, I have some itching here. Oh, itching, put this. Somebody will come forward and give you some medicine.
स्वामी जी और एक चीज भी है जो इन्फोर्स करती है, आपको सजेस्ट नहीं करती, इन्फोर्स करती है।
Forcibly. No, no. एक बार हुआ ऐसा, मेरे पैर में कुछ सूजन था, उसको मैं क्या किया, वो आर्चा करके एक जड़ी होता है, गंगोत्री उस तरफ मिलता है, उसको हम तेल में डालते हैं, यहाँ जो हम ऑयल बनाते हैं ना उसमें डालते हैं। आर्चा एक जड़ी है, उसको काट करके सुखा करके रखते हैं, वो पेन किलर है। कुछ भी सूजन वगैरह हुआ उसको पीस करके उसको लगा दो, सूजन घट जाता है। मैं लगाया था, गंगा जी में गया था, एक लड़की कोई गांव का आई, स्वामी जी अब ये क्या लगा रखे हैं? मैं कहा भाई आर्चा लगा रखा। स्वामी जी थोड़ा लहसुन घिस करके लगा दो, ठीक हो जाएगा। मैं मान लिया। आया, लहसुन पीस करके लगा दिया। लहसुन और आर्चा ये दोनों आपस में दुश्मन है, मेरे को मालूम नहीं था, लगा दिया। अरे ऐसा जलन, सब घाव हो गया सर। 2 दिन तक मैं सो नहीं पाया, उसको मिटा दिया फिर भी जलन नहीं जा रहा है, घाव हो गया पूरा पैर में, बड़ा मुश्किल से ठीक किया। ऐसा फोर्सिबली लगाने वाले भी मिल जाते हैं। कुछ कुछ चीज होता है जो आपस में नहीं मिलते हैं, मालूम। पपीता के साथ अगर अंडा खा लोगे 5 मिनट से ज्यादा देर नहीं, पपीता के साथ अंडा भयंकर जहर है। और हम कपूर डालते हैं, खाने वाला कपूर पानी में डालते हैं, ठंडा होगा करेंगे। नारियल के पानी के साथ थोड़ा कपूर डाल दो, 5 मिनट से 6 मिनट नहीं होगा, छुट्टी हो जाएगी। ये सब जहर होते हैं, आपस में नहीं मिलते हैं, जैसे भी होगा। चलो क्या है भी
भारी है बोल रहा है।
वो कहाँ इधर आ गया? कहाँ का कहाँ कनेक्शन जुड़ जाता है। हाँ, गुरु इज हैवी, कॉमन meaning is guru means heavy. Here guru is different. Advisor, instructor, teacher, they are called guru. Anyway, this is how our brain works. We have nothing of our own. This is the absolute truth. See it analytically. See yourself, what you have earned yourself, purely independent of yourself, not depending on anyone. अहंकार भी हमारा नहीं। यह अहंकार पहले से हमारे साथ आ रहा है, डीएनए। अहंकार, चित्त और शरीर भावना, ये सब डीएनए है हमारा। पहले जब सृष्टिकर्ता ब्रह्मा कोई अगर सृष्टि किया तो वो एक शरीर को अपना माना, उसी को हम कहते हैं हिरण्यगर्भ अथवा पद्मगर्भ, पद्म 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 अथवा सृष्टिकर्ता जो कोई भी होगा। पहला जहाँ कुछ नहीं है वहाँ एक बादल जैसे आसमान में हमारा, अभी देखो कुछ नहीं है, शाम को देखना बादल आ जाएगा कहीं से, कहाँ से आ जाएगा? Where there is nothing in the sky. After 2-3 hours in the evening you will see so many patches of clouds. Where from it comes? It is there, invisible, the humidity. The water is there in the atmosphere and they get accumulated, they form some clouds. Similarly, in our white paper, everything, blank paper, everything is there in the blank paper. If you think it, then it appears. There is nothing here, blank paper, but everything is here. Whatever you think, you give a form on this and it becomes a form. And the moment you look at this blank paper, now you find some form is there, and that form is something other than the paper, but paper thinks I am the form. Why? Because the paper is behind that form and it is hidden behind and it assumes the form of the form. In this way, the absolute consciousness where there is no possibility of anything, it is purely devoid of any second, nothing is possible there. It is absolute one. And there something appeared as it were, which is not there. Just as in the sky we see some patches of clouds, or we see the blueness of the sky, or the waves in the water, whatever it may be, the surface will be wavering because of its nature, its liquidity. Similarly, in the absolute transparent, absolutely pure one, there appeared as if there is some desire to become many. Just as the blank paper holds so many things in it, in the course of time, the same blank paper, we can write anything and everything in it, on it. And the moment we see all these forms on the paper, we forget the paper and we see all these. Again and again, how many times we have seen it. This is how the creation is created. The forms are seen on the blank paper, which is known as absolute consciousness, awareness. And the moment it takes a form, it thinks, I am this. That is how the ego has been entered into the form. I am this. And this is, since our starting point, we have undergone so many changes, but yet that ego, I am this form, never can be deleted. It is very hard to get rid of this ego. I am this form. And as a human being or any being, the form is there, the body is the form. I am the body. Behind this, something is there which is not being seen by anyone. This is how we are unaware of awareness. Unaware of awareness. We don't understand that we are aware of unawareness. This is how we are tied up with this form that is called body. And this is the fundamental mistake, the initial mistake we have done. That's how we are tied up with this body. And the moment you can untie this, then that is called you are free. You are united with the absolute consciousness. That is called union, kaivalya, oneness with the absolute. And that is called freed from the bondage, so mukti, moksha. And there will not be any desires of fulfilling the needs of the body. So it is called nirvana. Nirvana means annihilation of all the desires.
Swamiji, what is Padma Garbha?
Padma Garbha. पद्म गर्भ नाम है भगवान विष्णु का, जिसके नाभि से कमल निकला। पद्म गर्भ ये है, जल को हम कह सकते हैं। पद्म गर्भ जल में जीवन का प्रिंसिपल है सब जगह पर। तो जल में भगवान विष्णु सोते हैं, मतलब छिपे हुए हैं। इसीलिए भगवान विष्णु को सृष्टिकर्ता और पद्म नाभ, पद्म गर्भ बोलते हैं। उनके अंदर ये जीवन का विकास को कमल बोलते हैं, पद्म कहते हैं। जीवन जो छिपा हुआ, जिसमें सारे जल में फैला हुआ है, वो एकत्रित होकर के जब विकसित होता है, विकास का नाम फूल है कि नहीं? और जल में कमल कैसे? जल जीवन है, और जीवन में जीवन का जो प्रिंसिपल इकट्ठा हो करके जब विकसित होता है, उसी का नाम कमल। क मतलब पानी, मल मतलब मैला, इकट्ठा हुआ। कमल का अर्थ पानी का मैला। तो इस ढंग से पद्म गर्भ, पद्म नाभ, पद्म गर्भ भी कहते हैं। तो विष्णु का नाम है जो जीवन का प्रिंसिपल है। और वो भी तुम चाहोगे तो उसको आकार दे सकते हो। 4 भुजाधारी, 2 भुजाधारी, शंख चक्र गदा पद्म हाथ में ले लें जैसे सोचोगे ऐसे ही जीवन दिखेगा। 2 हाथ वाला आदमी, 4 पैर वाला पशु, 2 पंख वाला चिड़िया, ये सब पद्मगर्भ का रूप है। जीवन का विकास है। इसीलिए कहा गया कि वासनाद वासुदेवस्य वासितम भुवनत्रयम् सर्वभूत निवासोऽसि वासुदेव नमस्तुते। Vasudev, one who abides in every heart as a principle of life. It is everywhere present. So he is called Vasudeva. Everybody is within him and he is within everyone. Both vice versa. That's how Lord Vishnu is known as the creator of the creator. When the life principle gets together and accumulated and gets a form, that is called, first form is called creator. And he thinks I am something. So what is that? From there onwards we have inherited this ego and I and tied up with the form. What is that? How will be that form? That desire, I am, that is called ego, which cannot keep quiet. It has to multiply. Because there is a tendency to be. And when you have become, that tendency will not be satisfied. You have to become many. That's how eko ham bahusyama. It has to be. Because the tendency is given from the behind, that let me be. When you have become, then you cannot keep quiet. You have to go on becoming. So one becomes many. The body has its limbs. The body is seen as many parts. So in this way, the Creator thinks I am, and that I is so powerful. It is called also Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means, Hiranya is known as gold, golden womb. Why it is golden? The light which is known as knowledge or awareness or absolute truth, which is known as knowledge, devoid of any I or my. It is awareness by itself. That is absolute knowledge, and that knowledge is known as light. We have discussed it. So light is seen in the form of golden rays. The light of the absolute is seen in golden color. It is but natural. That's how in the morning, before sunrise, अरुणोदय उसे अरुणोदय, अरुण का रंग गोल्डन है। अरुण इसमें कहानियाँ है, ये कहानियाँ, उसके पीछे सब साइंटिफिक रीजन है, लेकिन कहानियाँ बताया गया, कहानी सुन करके हम सोच लेंगे कुछ और समझ लेंगे कुछ, उसके अंदर जब घुसेंगे तब जा करके इसका रहस्य पता चलता है। कहानी का रहस्य क्या है, क्यों ऐसा कहा गया। शाम को जब सूर्य अस्त होता है तो कैसे दिखाई देता है? वही गोल्डन रेज, सुनहरी किरण सब। तो ये दिस इज द नेचर ऑफ द एब्सोल्यूट और नॉलेज. Knowledge is known as light, self-effulgent light. It is not lighted by others. It is self-effulgent. So, स्वयंभू स्वयं प्रकाश इस नाम से हम जानते हैं. और ये प्रकाश सुनहरी रंग से दिखा जाता है. इसीलिए अनुभवी पुरुष लोग इनको हिरण्यगर्भ कहें. और ये पहले एक प्रकाश के रूप में अपने आप को देखा. कौन? सृष्टिकर्ता. जो पहला आइडेंटिफिकेशन हुआ, मैं होगा. पहला मैं, द फर्स्ट आई was identified by himself as the golden ray. ये हिरण्य बिंदु भी कहते हैं, स्वर्ण बिंदु. बिंदु ए dot which is smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest. That's how it is identified. As you see, it appears like that because it is all pervading knowledge. So, the first Brahman, the creator, it sees himself, identifies himself as the golden dot. And that when it identifies as I, then it has to multiply, it has to grow. That's how Brahman is literally, it literally means ever growing. Because the tendency is given to grow. So it has to grow. So that absolute subtlemost light, it expands, and as it expands, it sees itself as the sky. How do you see the sky? Is it one point or endless expansion? How do you see it? This is how the Creator saw himself as sky, and because it wants to see himself, so all these 5 units of knowledge I have to see, so eyes are created. 5 senses of knowledge. I want to see. That seeing instrument is known as the eyes. And I have to feel myself, so touch. I have to hear myself, so ears, sound. In this way, 5 tanmatras, sabda, sparsa, rup, ras, gandh, they became 5 elements, basic elements. And they got mingled with each other, mixed with each other, and all these forms are formed inside the body. Just as you feel yourself different than yourself, so also Brahma, the Creator, sees all these names and forms within its body. So that is how it is known as the cosmic being. So whatever names and forms we see it outside us and different from us because of our limited identity. Our identity is so limited, it sees other identities out of it, outside it. But the cosmic being as a whole, it sees all these names are forms within it. This is how he is known as Hiranya Garbha, that means the golden womb. Golden womb, where everything is there. Whatever you think, whatever you can see, whatever you can hear, whatever is there as per your knowledge, everything is there within this the great uterus, great womb, the cosmic womb. That's how it is known as Hiranyagarbha. And because it is life principle, it is manifested or bloomed, or it has been expressed by itself. So it is called Padma Garbha. Padma means the life principle hidden in the form of water, and water when projects itself as a life principle, that becomes the lotus. And not only the water is the source of life, no. Before it, the water was in the womb of fire. Fire also is known as life. And fire also was generated from air. So air also is known as life principle. That is how prana is life. Prana means the vital breath, vital energy, the breath. It is universal as well as it is individual also. When it is limited in a limited body, then it is limited individual prana, and it is all pervading, so it is cosmic prana. Just as the blank paper is identified in a form, so also all these individual prana and universal prana, cosmic energy. And when the cosmic being thought of his body, it should move on multiplying. So that multiplication process is called life principle. That is called prana. The movement or the multiplication process is called prana. Prana means the momentum to move on. That is how we are known as jiva. Jivati iti jivaha means one who moves on. And on this basis only Lord Krishna said in Gita, nahi kaschid kshanam api jatu tisthati akarmakrit. Without movement nobody can remain even for a moment, because the momentum, the tendency is introduced to every being. It has to move on. That's how We know energy is ever growing or ever changing or ever multiplying. Same meaning. Ever growing, ever multiplying or ever changing is same meaning. This is known as the prana. And this prana, when activates in this body, a particular individual body, then it moves on. The movement itself is called prana. And this is of two types. One is universal and other is individual. Because of limitations, it is called individual. Just as there are innumerable circles in one circle. In one circle, you will find uncountable circles are there in one circle. And so many centers are also there present in one circle. So this is how one is known as many, many is known as one, and this is the fundamental confusion. This is how we are ignorant. We don't know anything. When all these process stops and it ends in absolute silence, no movement, then only everything will be aware of itself. That is to stop our movements. That is in other language said in Yoga Sutra, Raja Yoga, Chitta Vritti Nirodha, stoppage of all the movements. Movements are called vritti. Vritti, the vibratory system of the mind. When the mind stops, then everything stops. Prana has to stop. One is related with the other. If in the chain, in a chain, if one link is broken, the whole chain is gone, all the strength is gone. Chain is a cooperative formation. One is related with the other, one link is related with the other, and as a whole there is energy. If it is broken anywhere, one link is broken means everything is gone. So think, when you are bad, the whole society becomes bad. If you are good, the whole society has to be good for you. There is a little comma for you only. आप भला तो जग भला कहते हैं, तभी तो कहते हैं आप भला तो जग भला। मैं दुनिया को कैसे देखता हूँ? मेरे आँख से देखता हूँ। मेरा आँख में अगर हरा चश्मा पहन रखा हूँ तो दुनिया हरा दिखेगा। मुझे अगर जॉन्डिस लगा हुआ है रोग तो दुनिया पीला दिखेगा। ये कलर जो देखते हैं ना हम सब, ये हमारा आँख में सब पहले से है, फीड अप हो रखा है हमारे जो कंप्यूटर में सॉफ्टवेयर लगा हुआ है, सब फीड हो रखा है। हम कैसे देखेंगे, कैसे सुनेंगे, कैसे सूंघेंगे, कैसा टेस्ट करेंगे, सब कुछ फीड हो रखा है कंप्यूटर में। सॉफ्टवेयर इज ऑलरेडी सेट अप in the computer. That is what we are. Robots. What are you now? You are a robot. And who activates you? The ultimate activator. Who activates all the robots in this universe. You have no independency. You cannot do anything of your own. Nothing. अच्छा, यहाँ एक हमको सवाल उठता है, अगर मैं परतंत्र हूँ, स्वतंत्र नहीं हूँ, परतंत्र कैसा है अभी समझ में आ गया, शरीर के साथ बंधा गया, जो शरीर को प्राण जैसे चलाता है, मन जैसे चलाता है, कोई कुछ बैठा है जो वासनाद वासुदेवस्य वासितम भुवनत्रयम, कोई एक है इसके अंदर बैठ करके उसको चलाता है। सूत्रधार जैसे कठपुतली को कोई नचाता है, जो नचाने वाला वो तो पीछे पर्दा के पीछे है, कठपुतली नाचते हैं, सोचते हैं हम कुछ है। ऐसे ही हम सब सारे जितने जीव हैं सबका सूत्रधार कोई है जो प्राण के रूप में सबके अंदर बैठ करके सबको नचाता है। उसके ऊपर हमारा कंट्रोल नहीं। अगर किसी भी हालत में कोई कर दिया कंट्रोल, ये ट्रायंगुलर कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी का कोई एक को कंट्रोल कर देगा तो ये कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी ठप हो जाएगा। ये कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी कौन सा है? एक तो अहंकार है, एक तो बुद्धि है, एक है प्राण। ये तीनों ने मिल करके ये शरीर को चलाते हैं। एक तो अहंकार जो चित्त के रूप में मानो, जो हर पल में बदलता है, हर पल में बदलता है, और वो बदलने के लिए उसको एनर्जी चाहिए, वो प्राण देता है, एक चेष्टा प्रदान करता है, एक मोमेंटम देता है। और बुद्धि उसको डायरेक्शन देता है, ऐसा करो ऐसा करो। कमांडर इन चीफ। आर्मी fights the battle. How? Not one person can fight. Whole army, the commander-in-chief is there, and subordinates are there, and the fighter is in the field with the gun. He has to work only when the order is passed from top to bottom. Then only he can fire. He is not independent. In this way, we are not independent, we are dependent upon the highest authority, and somehow or other, if we can contact with the highest authority, if our relation is related with the Absolute One, the highest authority, then only we can be free. वही कृष्ण भगवान ने क्या कहा सुबह आज? जो माम वेत्ति तत्वतः, मुझे जो तत्व से जानता है। We have three personalities. Of course, our working system is a triangular cooperative society. The I, ego, and the intellect, the director, who directs all the body and senses, how it has to act, and the prana, the energy, which gives a momentum to the body or senses to move on, to act. In this way, triangular cooperative society. If one is controlled, the other two will be controlled automatically, just as in the chain. And now the other process is, if somehow or other we can be related with the absolute authority, then we can be free. Or we can stop the cooperative society working system, then we can be free. Stoppage is the highest aim. Somehow or other, all these should stop. So now, how to have relationship with the absolute? This is other method. We have three aspects. इसी के ऊपर तो हमारे वो शक्ति उपासक लोग जो हमारे ये श्री यंत्र का उपासना करते हैं। श्री यंत्र का उपासना इसीलिए करते हैं, सारे दुनिया ये ट्रायंगुलर फोर्स के अंदर है, सारी दुनिया। और इसी के ऊपर बहुत गवेषणा करके पिरामिड वगैरह हमारे हिंदू, हमारे जो सनातन धर्म का विचारधारा और जो वो ग्रीस, इटाली और ये सब वहाँ के रोम का जो विचारधारा था, ये लगभग बराबर था। इतिहास बताता है कि एक ही जगह से ये डिवाइड हो गए, एक तो उधर चले गए, एक इधर आ गए, तो ये हो गए आर्य, वो लोग उनके भाई बहन है समझो, तो उनका विचारधारा लगभग समान है, लगभग। तो ये जो पिरामिड का गठन प्रणाली ट्रायंगुलर इसीलिए है। जितना देवता अगर जितना जो कुछ भी देखो, मस्जिद देखो, वो क्या वो सिख लोगों का क्या होता है, गुरुद्वार देखो, मंदिर देखो, कोई भी धर्मस्थल देखो, सबका आखिर चोटी तो एक पॉइंट में से खत्म होगा। उसको कहते हैं कुटस्थ, द एब्सोल्यूट वन पॉइंटेडनेस। तो ये तीन एस्पेक्ट हमारा कैसा है, एक तो असलियत है, और एक दिखावटी है, और उसको देखने वाला तीसरा है। देखो उसी को आज सुबह हम चर्चा कर रहे थे, हमारा तीन एस्पेक्ट कैसे है। एक लड़का है, उसका नाम पप्पू, वही उदाहरण हमेशा देते हैं हम। There is a boy, we have three aspects, how it is. Of course, that state of being dream, deep sleep and waking, that is different. From different angle we can analyze. From different angle when we see, we have three aspects. The one is a boy was there, his name is Pappu. Okay. He plays the role of Lord Rama. He makes up himself. He takes the form of so-called Rama as it is imagined by everyone. He plays the role of Rama, so he has to make up himself as Rama. Now the audience sees Rama. So three aspects. The reality is not Rama. The boy is the fundamental principle which is dressed up or assumed some other form. This is called superimposition. superimposed. It is forced upon him, made up form. It is not the reality. So Pappu has taken the form of Rama. He is playing the role of Rama now. Now, in the audience there are several people. So many people are there. And every one will look at that Rama in different ways. Everybody sees by his own eyes, that means his mind. That mind has previous accumulation of impressions, and accordingly the present object is seen, and this present object is seen according to time, place, space and conditions, situations. And the observer, the seer, has previous accumulation, some ideas. Accordingly, he will see the form according to the time, space and conditions. So there are so many people sitting in the audience. Some sees, he is my son, Pappu is my son. For the time being he has become Rama. His brother also is sitting in the audience. He is my brother. And his grandfather also is sitting in the audience. He is my grandson. He is not Rama. And some stranger, he has also come and sitting in the audience. He is observing Ram Leela, the drama. He doesn't know who is playing the role of Rama. He sees Rama to be true, and he worships Rama and learns him and puts tilak. He does everything. He knows it is Rama. The stranger who doesn't know anything about the person who is playing the role. In this way, many eyes see one thing in different ways. The audience, they see you in some form or in some aspect. That is their business. And you are something else other than your reality. You have assumed this form. Now you are a human being. Tomorrow you will be something else. This is how the tantrics, real tantrics, not pseudo-tantrics, real tantrics, they have this power. In Tantra, there is a type of practice. Very quickly they get some success, and they have to do something very extraordinary. You see, they have the power to become something else other than themselves. Means, if I am a tantric, I am a human being, and if I like to become a tiger, I can become for some time. And after that, I can again come back to human form. And there are some other tantrics, they can make you tiger and again they can bring back you from tiger form to human form. They themselves can become, and they can make others also. This power they have. It is not impossible. बचपन में मैं कुछ करता था ऐसा। तंत्र मंत्र सब ये बड़ा भयंकर चीज होता है, इसमें नहीं जाना चाहिए। क्षणिक कुछ सिद्धि ऐसे ही पावर मिलता है जिसको हम मिसयूज करना स्वाभाविक हो जाता है और उसमें बहुत भयंकर परिणाम मिलता है। इसीलिए स्वभाव है मन का हमारा गंदा काम करना, नेगेटिवली जाना। पानी का जैसे स्वभाव है नीचे को बहना, ऐसा मन का स्वभाव है हमेशा नेगेटिव काम करना। पॉजिटिव करना तो कठिन है। पहले बांध बांधो तब फिर पानी ऊपर को फैलेगा, नहीं तो पानी नीचे जाएगा। तो मन में ऐसे ही जब तक हम मन को कंट्रोल नहीं करते हैं, वो अपवर्ड मूवमेंट इज इम्पॉसिबल। माइंड इज जस्ट लाइक ए वाटर फ्लो। Water flows towards down, downward flow. It is nature. Similarly, mind also always naturally it goes negatively. Negativity is very easy, and positive, how we can move the water upward. First of all, you have to have an embankment. You have to stop the flow. And then when it is accumulated, then you can channelize it as you like. You can have upward movement also. When it is accumulated, naturally it will move up. Isn't it? Similarly, the mind, if it is stopped fast, it is controlled fast, then only we can move it positive wise, or else it has the tendency to go negatively. Our subject is, we have three aspects. One is our own true nature, other is our assumption, assumed nature, superimposition, or what form we have taken, just as Papu has taken the Ram form. And the third is how you are seen by the others, by the world. You are not same for everyone. So three aspects. In this way, we are confused. What am I? Sometimes this, sometimes that, sometimes something else. In this way, we are bewildered, we are confused. So what is the way out? Somehow or other, to give up this identity of body. I am not the body. This is how the great masters, they say, और शंकराचार्य जी गाए हैं और दूसरे लोग भी सब कहना है, देहो नाहम न च श्रोत्र नेत्रे न च घ्राण, क्या चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम शिवोहम. I am not all these, neither body nor mind, the immortal self am I. In this way, the mind should be controlled and it should be directed upward. I am the absolute awareness, consciousness, knowledge, absolute. I am not this body, nor the senses of the body, parts of the body. Somehow or other, it has been habituated. We are slave to our habits. somehow or other, this long-standing habit should be stopped and it should be replaced by positive habits. इसी को हमारे योग सूत्र में कहा गया है प्रतिपक्ष भावना. प्रतिपक्ष भावना रिप्लेसमेंट. Instead of bad habits, we have to practice some good ones. So we have to build up a positive habit. This is called replacement, pratipaksha bhavana. If you have a habit to have jealousy on others, then you should practice love for others. If you have hatred towards others, you are bigger than others, you are something better than others, this, then you have to practice. You are smaller than everyone, you have to practice love for everyone and giving importance to everyone. Then this bad habit will be neutralized in course of time, in long practice. Because we have already been habituated to think negatively, do negatively, so we have to cultivate a positive habit instead of particular bad habit. That should be continued repeatedly. This is why, this is how Lord Krishna gives us the method. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihate. By practice, by having defects, seeing defects in others, what habit we had already before, they are faulty, they are negative, they are not good, they are not favorable in our attempt to have the goal. They don't help us in our journey to achieve the goal. In this way, we should have dispassion towards the negatives. Vairagya, dispassion. And then it will be easy to give up those bad habits. And then something good you must go on continuously practicing. That is called abhyas, practice, repetition. You have to repeatedly do something again and again to have a good habit. In this way, abhyas or vairagya. This will give you dispassion towards the opposite and repeated practice of your positive, what you need. These two will give you success in course of time as per your accumulation. Dustbin, how much you have accumulated. Slowly it has to be neutralized or thrown out. This is how we can have a successful life, happy life. That is the aim and object of every being, not only human beings. Knowingly or unknowingly, everybody's tendency, the tendency of every being, whether human being or birds or animals or insects or the gods or any being, everybody wants the continuous, unbroken happiness. But alas, we get little and then the opposite comes. So these are some common factors we have discussed till now. जो हमारे ये तो चला गया कहीं, होश नहीं तेरी, मेरा भी इसमें होश नहीं। अच्छा इसको बाद में पिएंगे। कहाँ गया, क्या हुआ?
मैं लाइट बंद किया,
ये भी बंद हो गया।
हैं? वो कैसे होगा? एक स्विच दो नहीं चलेगा, एक ही चलेगा।
पावर नहीं आ रहा, पावर नहीं आ रहा।
एक गुफा में दो शेर नहीं रह सकते हैं।
आप ऑन करके आए, आप स्विच
हाँ,
ऑन
आ रहा है, आ गया आ गया।
नहीं नहीं, बैटरी लो है।
भगवान, तो अभी हम जो देखे हैं, कल हम देखे थे ये जो माया, जो एनर्जी जिसको हम चित्ती महारानी बोलते हैं, मतलब ये महामाया का एक पर्सनिफाइड कुछ देखते हैं, हम कहते हैं एनर्जी personified, we call it Mahamaya, and we give it so many different forms. और महामाया का तो कितने रूप, कभी दुर्गा तो 18 भुजा वाला हो जाती है, तो कभी 10 भुजा वाली, कभी चतुर्भुजी, कभी 2 भुजा भी, कितने रूप बदल जाता है। महाकाली, महालक्ष्मी, महासरस्वती 10 महाविद्या है, रूप इसका 10 रूप है, 10 महाविद्या। हाँ जी, क्या क्या सब है, इसका अनेक रूप है ये जो प्रकृति का। ऐसे ही ये संसार को चहल पहल से बनाई, मतलब मूवमेंट से, ऑल दिस पावर, सुप्रीम पावर व्हेन मूव्स ऑन, it goes on creating all these names and forms. जैसे एक स्रोत पानी का बहता रहता तो कितने तरंगे, कितने बुदबुदें, कितने क्या क्या आवर्त सब बनते जाता है, कितने टकराव आता है, कितना क्या क्या हो जाता है, कोई गिन सकता है? समुद्र का लहरों को कोई गिनेगा? अनंत। क्यों? क्योंकि ये मूवमेंट के कारण, अगर स्थिर हो जाए तब तो सब समाप्त। इफ इट मूव्स ऑन, who can count the waves in the ocean? If it stops, then everything is stopped. So by this movement, this creation is created by the supreme power, which we name as something Chitti, or the supreme power. उत्पन्न होते हुए भी संसार नाम खेद के कारण नहीं है, ये जो कहा गया उसका उपादान करते हैं। नाउ अनदर पॉइंट वी शैल डिस्कस। क्या डिस्कशन करेंगे हम? ये दुनिया होते हुए भी हमारा कुछ बिगाड़ नहीं सकता, ये कैसे? This is most important point. Even though there are so many confusions and one becomes many, many is seen as one, all these names and forms and all these relationships, all these changes, ever-changing phenomena, all these multiplication, all these confusions, all these are there, yet it cannot do any harm to you. How it is? Let there be all these complications and all these illusory appearance. It cannot do anything to you. It cannot do any harm to you. How? हम एक उदाहरण से इसको कल विस्तृत रूप से चर्चा करेंगे, कैसे यह हमारा कुछ नुकसान नहीं कर सकता है, होने पर भी इसका विचार करेंगे। देखो, मैजिशियन खड़ा है स्टेज में, वो क्या क्या नहीं करके दिखा देता है। यही हमारे ज्ञानानंद जी जतिधर जी के पूर्वाश्रम पिताजी क्या करते हैं। जब सेंटिनरी गुरुदेव का हुआ था, बड़ा भारी स्टेज अभी गोवर्धन धाम में है, उसके ऊपर सब बहुत बड़ा भारी आडंबर सब हुआ था। मैं था तो उसमें एक संगीत भी और लेक्चर भी और कितने मैजिक भी, बहुत कुछ सब होता रहा। दिन भर कुछ ना कुछ प्रोग्राम चलता रहा, रात भर ड्रामा भी। तो हमारे ज्ञानानंद जी एक मैजिक का एक पूरा 3-4 घंटा दिखाए। मैजिक कैसे? एक बड़ा भारी बक्सा रखा गया, बक्सा के अंदर ऑडियंस से किसी को देयर वाज ए मैजिक शो, देयर वाज सम person who arranged it. He is yet now there. He was a great magician. Now he has left it and become a sannyasi. And many other magicians are there available. Sometimes we see in the television also. So many magicians are there. What do? I saw there was a big box. Box is empty. Nothing is there. Somebody is called from the audience, come on, see. What are you seeing? Nothing is there. Okay, sit inside. He will be little afraid. Don't worry, sit inside. He will be there inside and the lid is closed now, and some other person will be called and he will lock it and take the key. And now the person is inside the box and there will be many holes opposite to each other. This is the box. From here, from up, from side, everywhere there will be holes. And if here is a hole, the opposite there will be also its end. Holes are there. So our magician brought big swords and he went on pushing these swords. He pushes it here, it goes that side. He pushes another here, it goes that side. Here, that side, here. All around he went on pushing swords and it pushes inside and goes outside there. Everybody sees it. And some people are called from the audience. See, everybody is bewildered. The fellow has been killed. What will happen to that boy who is inside the box? And then, after some time, to change the mind, he will show something else, and afterwards he will bring out all the swords and keep. The swords are real swords with fine edge. That is also examined by audience. See, it is a sword or not? Yes, it is a sword. So he will pull out all those swords and keep aside. And the key person, he will be called, open it. When he opens the box, the boy comes out laughingly. Why did you put me inside? He doesn't know anything. He will say, what happened? Nothing has happened to him.
स्टेज में गड्ढा वड्ढा तो भी नहीं था स्वामी।
हाँ?
स्टेज में गड्ढा वड्ढा भी तो नहीं
कुछ नहीं।
बड़ा बक्से में 2 लेयर था क्या नीचे चले गया नहीं
नहीं. This is the magic. This is how, if you know the trick, the loophole, then
it is no more
this box cannot do any harm to you, if you know it. So knowledge is the key. If you know everything, you are all-knower, you are one with the Absolute, then that is the way out. Let the world be as it is. Let it be terrific, or it is soothing, or it is beautiful or ugly. That doesn't make any sense. Let the world go to hell. If you know the reality, what is there, what is the truth, when you have the knowledge of the truth, reality, then all these magic show cannot make any change in your mind. You are never bewildered. What I asked, this box is made in a particular way. All the items of the magician, he makes it according to his need. Baksa is just as the thermos. It has 2 layers. Thermos has 2 layers. In between there will be vacuum, so it will be non-conductor of the heat. In the same way, the box walls are made with vacuum and with the 2 layers. In between there will be springs, very minute springs. And this sword also is so made you cannot find out whether it is 1 or 2 pieces. It is many pieces. But when you see it, it appears as one. So made. And when he pushes one sword from this side, it enters to that vacuum, and the spring is connected with that spring. There will be a piece, the end of the sword, that will come out. Understood now the trick? It will remain here. The other piece will get out, and you see the whole sword is passed through. You cannot know that how the box is made or how the sword is made. All these are tricks of the magician. Whatever you see, that is truth for you, and you are so much puzzled. This is how this world is. with all these names and forms. When you know the reality, you have the knowledge of the reality, then this cannot do any harm to you. Okay, tomorrow we shall see further in detail. Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai, Sachidananda Bhagavan ki jai, Sabda Brahma ki jai, Saraswati Maharani ki jai, Jogavasidhi Bhagavan ki jai. Hari Om.